guys went that way, so I figured I might as well move this way. But then it was not shit.
This is the story of how me and 3 friends were stuck in the Montana wilderness for 48 hours. Before we go any further, let's meet those guys. Dustin, Alec, and Garrett. 3 of the most adventurous, crazy, and funny dudes that I've ever had the pleasure to meet. If it weren't for them, I don't think I'd even be making videos. You good? They've had such an epic impact on my life, and on this trip pushed me in ways that I never thought I would be pushed. You might be wondering why we're aimlessly walking through the woods, and we were.
Got a wounded soldier on the ground.
We were looking for a cabin that no one really knew where it was, and we had been told about by a local. After splitting into groups of 2 and about 2 hours of searching, Dustin and Alec eventually found it. We eventually found the cabin at the top of that hill. You can see Dustin if you look closely. You can hear the hope in Garrett's voice when he asks if there's a wood stove. This was the cabin. A 5-sided box. The frame was built out of fallen trees. The walls and roof were made out of tarps, and it was all strung together with rope. Oh, and on this side you can see where the chimney from the wood stove came out. Needless to say, we were pretty stoked when we found it.
Look at me. Oh, in Montana! Oh, shit. Fuck yes. That is great.
We spent 2 days there resting and relaxing, and waiting for the storm to pass.
Cabin. The cabin. The cabin.
You can actually hear the rain hitting the tarps in this clip.
I'm using this as cooking water. Breathing in thick amounts of dust. Life expectancy 24 hours. Yeah. Oh.
So yeah, that was a crazy story. It's kind of weird going back 2 years to like watch these videos and all the weird, crappy footage I have of it. I actually shot that first video on this thing. This is a Canon Vixia RF. I'm not gonna mess up my focus, but you just have to believe me. It's a Vixia HF-R10. It was a crazy, kind of like a risky move being in the woods for 2 days without much food and much water. We made it work. Would I do it again? Yeah, I would probably do it again. It was really fun. The freedom of being out in the wilderness like that is just like, there's nothing that compares to it. If you have food and the resources, especially if you have good friends to do it with, I would encourage it, but I'm not gonna recommend you do that because I don't want to get in trouble. So yeah, I'm really just like really stoked making these. Like, it's just so amazing to just like make these videos. The expectation of the outcome is like so beyond what I'm caring about right now. It just like really makes me happy to be making these. And I just want to say, like, if you have something you want to do that you've been like putting off for whatever reason, doesn't matter, you should try to do it, because and just start doing it. Just get the ball rolling, because you love to do it, and it feels good to like get something done that you enjoy, whether that's like painting or drawing or writing or working on an old car, like anything that you're into that you want to do. I would really encourage you to do it, because it feels good to really pursue what you want to do without getting so caught up in the outcome and being worried about what people think or whatever. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you liked the video, guys, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel or like the video if it's on Instagram. It doesn't matter. It matters a little bit, but it doesn't matter that much. Yeah, so it feels good. I like this. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.